Hey everyone, this is Heather.
And this is Nathan.
And we had a really magical time today because we went and saw Fantastic Beasts and Where to Find Them.
Definitely. We're here to give you our thoughts. We're doing something a little different. This is our first kind of podcast style recording. And as you know, you should be seeing our background, which is from a really cool trip that we took 2 years in a row.
Yeah.
We went to Universal in Orlando.
Yeah, we went to the Wizarding World of Harry Potter at Universal Studios in Orlando, which was an absolute dream trip of mine because I am a huge Harry Potter fan. I started reading the books around the time that the second book, Chamber of Secrets, came out. So I have followed along as the books were released and the movies came out. And I am a huge, huge fan.
And for me, I like them. I've watched all the movies as they've come out, especially this is around the time Heather and I started dating. And I watched all of them, but for me, I'm just now getting into reading them, and I like them, but I probably view them with a slightly more critical view than she does.
He doesn't fangirl as much as I do.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, but I really do enjoy them, and so this was kind of a cool thing.
Yeah. So the background is part of our trip that we took 2 years in a row. We went. And if you have not been and you have a chance to go to Universal Studios, we both really highly recommend it. I cannot express how much detail there is in the parks. You are completely immersed in the Wizarding World. Everything from the fact that they don't... Nathan asked for a Coke at one of the stands, and we were told we do not serve Muggle sodas at the Wizarding World. It's so detailed.
But the next year, I did ask for a more adult-oriented beverage, and I did receive that.
Yeah, so. You can get beer at the Wizarding World, not just butterbeer, and more. But it's for even like not super hardcore fans, it's so much fun. We really recommend it, but that's not...
It was a lot of fun, but we're digressing.
We're digressing, but...
So to get to what we're talking about here today is the movie. And first things first, no spoilers.
No spoilers,
we're just kind of sharing thoughts.
Yeah. So, I personally really loved the movie. I tried not to get my hopes up too much, but it was exactly what I wanted it to be and exactly what I hoped that it would be. It is the Wizarding World as we all know and love it, but with new characters.
Definitely. And taking a more American... Which kind of weird, but it really worked. And they did a good job. From the critical... It started off a little slower, but once it got going, for me, it just really started to hit. And I have to say, I liked it a lot too. All the way up to the ending, I just enjoyed it.
I found that characters were extremely endearing. I think that's a really good way to describe them. The special effects in the creatures were mind-blowing.
Definitely.
They put so much hard work and effort into the look and the feel of the creatures and of the entire movie. If you don't know, it's set in the 1920s in New York City, so this is technically a prequel to Harry Potter. It is the Wizarding World.
But I'll add, do not expect Harry Potter. It really is not Harry Potter. It's more like a continuation of Harry Potter for grown-ups. I would say in some ways.
And it is a PG-13 movie. No sex. Really, I don't think there was any blood. I don't remember any blood anywhere.
Right.
Some scenes and subject matter might be a little much or a little scary for really young kids. But it certainly wasn't a super violent movie. There's some, wand fights and things like that. If your kids were okay, with the last few Harry Potter movies.
Mostly there's just destruction.
Yeah, a lot of destruction. And some things might be, a little bit scary. but it is geared more for adults, which is what they've been saying, and I definitely think that's true. So if you're somebody that grew up with the Harry Potter franchise and you're older, you're probably really going to love this.
Yeah, and so we've established we both really enjoyed it, and I mean, it was a great film. So I guess let's talk about, what did we enjoy about it?
I loved the new characters. There was a few little inside things that if you've read the books and seen the movies, there were, a couple of little hints. But for the most part, other than being familiar with the spells and things that happen in the wizarding world, there was a lot of new stuff. Characters are completely new. Most of the creatures are creatures we've maybe only heard mentioned in the books. So I liked that it felt fresh to me, and really very new. It certainly was not at all a rehash of Harry Potter in any way.
And I think for me, what I really liked about it was I'm halfway through the book series, but I've seen all the movies, and just based off of the movies, where I feel like I'm coming from the most, I would say that what I liked is I felt like she fleshed out some more of the rules and things that have happened, and I think that really just brought it out for me.
Yeah.
I mean, and there's always going to be things I don't like about that, but for the most part, I really enjoyed it.
Yeah, you do get deeper into the magical world with this, and I absolutely loved that. I thought that was a lot of fun.
And so what would you say was the part you didn't like?
This is kind of strange, but honestly, there were a few times that I couldn't understand what the actors were saying. Newt is very quiet and kind of shy at times, and one of the other characters, I think maybe it was they were trying to put on the sort of New York accent from the 20s.
That was my least favorite, was like in the beginning, and it goes away within the first 20 minutes of the movie.
They're a little heavy-handed with the accent.
Yeah, you're sitting there and you're like, this is a bit ridiculous.
I don't think it was ridiculous, but it was a bit much.
I think for you it's because it's hard to understand. For me, this sounds like it's what I think people who when Scottish people hear Americans do a Scottish accent, I think it's what Scottish people are thinking. Yeah. Like, oh my gosh, what is that guy doing? That sounds nothing like us. Anyway.
So a couple of times when maybe some names were said or the names of creatures, I honestly couldn't really maybe understand exactly what they said. And I know that seems like a strange thing to say. That was really one of my biggest complaints.
And I would
Which
say... Which
isn't really that bad of a complaint.
And also, just real quick, and so I think we kind of covered that, but I think where we want to go now is real quick. The stars of the films. I will tell you that for me, I think the sidekick, Jacob, which he was the main character of Balls of Fury, Fanboys. Well, he wasn't the main character, but he was the guy who owned the van, which is hilarious. He's actually, I believe he is British. I remember watching an interview, and I think he is British.
I don't think he is. Yeah. We'll have to check into that.
But he's also the brother of the dad and the Goldbergs. He's been on a couple times. Him and Queenie just kind of stole the movie for me.
Jacob and Queenie really stole the movie. I mean, Newt is great. I love him. I love his look, and the character is really good, but there was just endearing.
They were and I would say that in some ways they were great characters because they covered anything that might have been seen as a weakness from the other characters. And I think it was great to add them. Yeah,
they were a really great addition, and the four characters together, and we haven't mentioned Tina or Teeny, and Newt, Queenie, and Jacob. They are really good. They work well together off of each other, and I think each of the actors
balanced.
Yeah, it was very. That's a really good way to put it. It was very balanced.
I personally didn't care for the magical oversight body in America.
MACUSA.
No spoil. I'm not going to give spoilers there, but they kind of made me a little mad. But whatever. The last though we'll cover on the good and bad parts though. The best part is the animals. I'm not going to tell you because really, I think the discovery and how they reveal them is also really cool.
Yeah.
But the animals, the beasts, knowing where to find them makes me want to go find them. I really enjoyed
creatures.
it. It was. I think they were the other stars.
The creature
movie.
design was fantastic, and for the creatures that we're already a little bit familiar with, they're exactly what you want them to be. They look exactly like you kind of imagine that they would look. So yeah, the Fantastic Beasts were fantastic.
Definitely. So, what are your hopes for the franchise?
I don't know if I can talk about it too much without any spoilers. I think we're going to get into a lot of history that has been hinted at in the Harry Potter franchise. I think we'll get a lot of that. I think we'll probably leave. I think they'll probably leave New York.
And that's the thing. As something I was thinking is that this is going to be. I think this is a new series of movies, but it's going to be a lot more like Narnia, where there's a common theme binding
a common thread. Yeah,
but they're still going to kind of leave. Each one's going to be different.
Yeah, I think
with some of the same characters.
Yeah, with the same characters, but very different. At least that's my hope.
Exactly. So I think we can expect some great things from this.
Yeah, and if you don't already know, they recently announced that it will be a 5-movie series. It had originally been talked about being 3 movies. But they've just now announced, not just now, but recently announced that it will be 5 movies. So I'm excited about that.
I also hope David Yates sticks around for a couple.
Yeah, it was really great. I think you could see a lot of the people that worked on the Harry Potter films, directors and producers, and people who just did set designs, and the couple that does like the newspapers and things like that. You could tell that and it kept a really nice continuity throughout with making you feel like you're familiar with this wizarding world.
But I will have to say, for me, going back on the original movies, I really enjoyed Christopher Columbus, and it's kind of funny. It's like you were with Christopher Columbus in the first 2 movies.
Yeah.
Or Chris Columbus. I'm sorry, Chris Columbus.
Chris.
Sorry about that. And I was kind of like, when he left, I was like, well, how are they going to do these? Because he just did it. And I think Prisoner of Azkaban was a bit of a hard sell for me. But going back and watching it, I love it.
Looks a lot. The way, just like the set designs and stuff were drastically changed.
I didn't like them going into street clothes. And I'd have to say,
too.
I
thought that
still
was a great
think,
idea.
Yeah, I didn't like it.
Oh, you didn't?
No.
I did.
But going back, I have to say, it's kind of harder now to watch the Chris Columbus ones. And I'm not sure if that's just because they don't age as well. Or,
I don't know, but I think David Yates definitely, it was great to have him be the director again, because it really helps a lot with the continuity. And no spoilers, but one of the most unexpected, coolest things happens at the end of the movie. I audibly gasped very loudly. I won't say any more than that, but your jaw will drop, you will gasp, and you will be very excited.
Well, if you're a big fan of the Harry Potter.
Exactly,
if you're not a fan, you're probably going to be like, what?
Oh, okay. Now, if you're a fan, no spoilers, but dang, that was awesome.
Well, awesome. Well, I got to say, I hope you guys enjoyed sitting with us on this. This is our first podcast. I kind of enjoyed doing it. I think we had a good time.
Fun. Yeah, we hope you enjoyed listening in. We, again, because I'm such a super fan, we have lots of Harry Potter videos on our channel.
If you like Pops and you like Harry Potter, you've come to the right channel.
Yeah, lots of other toys too, but got a lot of Harry Potter toy reviews on our channel, so be sure to check this out.
Well, we hope you've enjoyed this, and we hope you go and see the movie and enjoy the movie as much as we did.
Leave in the comments what you thought, because I'm really anxious to hear what other people, whether you're a super fan or maybe not, I'm really excited to hear what other people have to say about the movie, and I hope they really loved it as much as I did, because Harry Potter's it's part of me. It's a really important part of me.
It's the franchise of our lifetime.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, I think every generation kind of gets that. And I mean, this is going to be the thing that's going to be around forever.
Yeah, and I hope that if you're a fan, you got out of it what what you wanted out of it, just like I did. So, but let us know in the comments what you thought about the movie.
Please comment, and if you liked it, like it. And if you like everything we do, please sub. We're going to work more on making more content. Hopefully more content like this, because I'd like to see more. So, like, share, subscribe, comment. And for Game of Penguin, this is Nathan.
And this is Heather.
Have a great day and keep on watching.
Have a magical day.
Yes, have a magical day.
Bye.
Bye.